All right, I want to give a little bit more explanation and examples on compound probability. We're having quite a few students that are having trouble with independent versus dependent events and how to find those different probabilities. So I'm going to explain using an example here. So there are 4 purple, 5 yellow, 1 green, 2 blue, and 3 white marbles in a bag. When one is drawn, it is replaced into the bag. The fact that it is replaced means that this is an independent event. That's because we are going to draw one marble, look at it to see what color it is, and then it's going back in the bag, which means that that second event is not affected by what happened in the first. There will still be the same total number of marbles in the bag. There will be the same makeup of different colors. Nothing changes when we go to draw the second marble. So that makes these an independent event. So we are just going to find the probability of event A and then find the probability of event B and multiply them together. And that's all we have to do for independent events. So the first thing is I need to know how many total marbles are in this bag. So 4 plus 5, 9, 10, 12, 15 would be our total number of marbles. And that's going to be important. So starting with what's the probability of drawing a white marble, looking at it, putting it back in the bag, and then drawing a purple marble. So we start with event A, which is drawing a white marble. There are 3 white marbles in the bag, and we just counted that there are 15 total marbles in the bag. Then we're just finding the probability of event B because it is not affected by event A. So there are 4 purple marbles in the bag, and there are still 15 total marbles in the bag. Then we just multiply these. So 3 times 4 is 12. And 15 times 15 is 225. And then we simplify. 12 and 225 can both be divided by 3, and we get 4 out of 75. And then I did this ahead of time, so on my calculator I figured out that was 5.3%. All right, let's look at a second one. I'm going to switch a color so that the work is separate, but we're finding the probability of drawing a yellow marble and then drawing another yellow marble. This is still an independent event because we are going to draw a marble, look at it, and then put it back in the bag. So yellow has 5 marbles in the bag out of 15 total. Then even if we did draw a yellow marble, that yellow marble is going back in the bag. So there would still be 5 yellow marbles in the bag, and there would still be 15 total marbles in the bag. Then we just multiply. 5 times 5 is 25. 15 times 15 is 225. To simplify, those can both be divided by 25, and we get 1/9. And then again, use your calculator for the percent. This one is 11.1%. Sorry about my writing on this, guys. Let's do one more example here. So we want to know the probability of drawing a green marble and then putting it back in the bag and then drawing a blue marble. So the probability of event A, drawing a green, there's only 1 green marble in the bag out of the 15 total marbles. We multiply that by event B. Event B is not affected by event A, so the probability of drawing blue, there are 2 blue marbles out of 15 total. And then we multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 15 times 15 is 225. That is already in simplest form, so I just need it in a percent. It's very small. It's about 0.8%. All right, so again, these are all independent events because we know that they are replaced. So we draw the first marble, put it back in the bag. That makes sure that event B is not affected by whatever happened in event A. Okay, so now we're going to look at some other examples. So we are going to have the same setup of marbles, and I need to clear my writing real quick. We have the same setup of marbles here, 4 purple, 5 yellow, 1 green, 2 blue, and 3 white. There are still 15 total marbles in the bag. The difference here is in the second line. When one is drawn, it is not replaced. That means that these are dependent events because we are going to draw the first marble, look at it, and leave it out of the bag. That means that no matter what we drew, there's one less marble in the bag when we go to draw the second marble. So that second event has been affected. It is affected by the first event. Okay? Remember, when we do this, we assume that the first event was successful, and I'll explain more when we do these problems. So for this first one, what's the probability of drawing a white marble, then leaving it out of the bag, and then drawing a purple marble? So event A is still the same. The probability of drawing a white marble, there are 3 white marbles, and there are 15 total marbles. Event B is where things are different. So we assume that we were successful in what we wanted to happen for the first event, meaning we assume that we did draw a white marble in this example. So if we drew a white marble and left that out of the bag, there would still be 4 purple marbles in the bag. But now there's only 14 total marbles because we took one of the white marbles out of the bag. Okay, so that's our setup. Then we just multiply. 3 times 4 is 12. 15 times 14 is 210. Those can both be divided by 6 to simplify it. So we would get 2 out of 35. And again, use your calculator. 2 out of 35 is 5.7%. All right, let's look at this next one. This is one that a lot of students had trouble with on the check-in. So probability of drawing a yellow and then drawing another yellow. Again, probability of event A doesn't change at all. There are 5 yellow marbles and there are 15 total marbles in the bag for event A. But now when we go to do event B, we assume that we took 1 yellow marble out of the bag. So if we took 1 yellow marble out, now there's only 4 possible yellow marbles to pick, and there's only 14 total marbles in the bag. So because these are the same event, both the numerator and the denominator get reduced. Then we multiply. 5 times 4 is 20, and 15 times 14 is 210. These can both be divided by 10, so we get 2 out of 21, and then that is 9.5%. All right, so the only reason that on this one the denominator changed, or the numerator changed also is because they are the same event. Okay, here, because they're different events, a white and a purple, the numerator didn't change, only the denominator did. Okay, because these are the same, the numerators change and the denominator changes. All right, and for this last one, we are going to be finding the probability of drawing a green marble and then leaving it out of the bag and then drawing a blue marble. So the probability of drawing a green marble, there is 1 out of 15 total marbles that are green. Then we multiply that by the probability of drawing a blue marble, assuming that we did successfully draw a green. All right, so if we took a green marble out of the bag, there are still 2 blue marbles in the bag, but there are only 14 total marbles left in the bag because that 1 green marble was taken out. So then we multiply. 1 times 2 is 2. 15 times 14 is 210. These can both be divided by 2, and we get 1 out of 105. That is very small. It's about 0.9%. So again, this slide, because of this phrase that it is not replaced, that makes it a dependent event because we are taking one marble out of the bag, which means that now the second marble that we draw, there are less possible marbles. There's one less. That's why the denominator got smaller every time. The only time the numerator gets smaller is if it's the same event. Okay, hopefully this was helpful. If you have any more questions, please email your teacher. We are more than happy to help. We know this can be tough, and it's especially tough when we're trying to learn it online. So let us know if we can help. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.